The direction was given to file report.
Direction
Was given to file report.
that has been filed and copy given to you yesterday.
I have gone through the report.
Yes.
This is not at all report, but you will a short form. Directed, I have made complaints, They have.
What was your allegation?
Rigging, booth capturing.
All right.
On the day of election, even on the day of counting, all. They have annexed few reply. If you actually kindly takes up the report from the end. The refers few complaint made by Porimol Chandra Mistry, the Jila Parishad candidate.
From the end.
Yes.
Porimol Chandra Mistry.
Yes. And the report is the next page. Nodal officers of complaint cell is giving report to the returning officer.
Yes.
Kidnapped by TMC goons, snatched all her documents, injured severely. The complaint was sent to the concerned PS. Then what has happened? Nothing. Then next page is attacked, badly injured by TMC goons. Said complaint sent to the PS. GD entry refers. Then next, TMC outsiders, hooligans are dominating and threatening CPIM supporters. Polling agents at Swansu site, around 200 antisocials are gathering. CCTV have not been installed yet. Maximum polling station and those who are set up CCTV are breaking by TMC goons. All this report has been given.
Where is that mentioned? TMC goons received complaint.
From that says, from the end second page.
Yes.
Supporters, polling agents.
Yes.
This complaint is there. But what steps they have taken? No, nothing. Then kindly takes up in the middle they have received report from the polling officer, presiding officers. Specific complaint was made in 2-3 booths. They have referred 2 booths. They have report. But if you kindly consider the complaint, police দরজা বন্ধ করে দেয়, পরে প্রায় 40 জন মহিলা ও পুরুষ এসে দরজা ভেঙে পুলিশকে ঠেলে সরিয়ে আমাদের চলতে থাকা ভোটের বাক্সগুলিতে জল ঢেলে দেয়, লাঠির বাড়ি মেরে বাক্স নষ্ট করে দেয়. All these complaints has been made. But what steps police has taken? No report. Now next page, similar complaint, and the summary of the entire complaint before that. The BDO has given para-wise reply. Para 10, 11, 12, no comments. Specific allegations have been made of the writ petition. We have given annexure also and photographs also in support. But none of the report considers the CCTV. CCTV was installed so that it can be viewed before you take a decision for report. None of the report says that they have viewed the CCTV. Let them come forward and say on affidavit that they have viewed the CCTV and they have not found anything. Then I will come forward what is there in the CCTV. They have received my complaint. Whether they have viewed the CCTV before they have taken a decision for recall on. Let them come forward with an affidavit, not this kind of report. And BDO being the returning officer, BDO should file that report because he was under obligation to view that.
Just to point out, police is not a party here, so that friend.
1 minute. There is one document just after the presiding officer's diary.
Yes.
Check up. There is annexure XII. There is a handwritten note.
Yes, yes.
It mentions that the goons entered the booth premises with bombing and shooting. After that, they entered in the booth, threatened us and destroyed the CCTV cameras. Then some stamping the ballot paper, masking the booth mark or something like that is mentioned. Whose note is this?
There was no report either diary or from the sector officer or police sector officer mentioning any incident of booth capturing or forceful eviction from the booth or kidnapping of any candidate or brandishing of firearm or scaring of voters, etc. However, there was an adverse report from the presiding officer in respect of polling station number 1241, Abhijan Sporting Club, room number 1, and 124/2, Abhijan Sporting Club, room number 2. The observer recommended recall in these PS and subsequently recall was held. I think it is
connecting with that one.
Yes.
Because I see booth capturing mentioned over here.
Where there were complaints and this recall has been subsequently held. Most probably it is that.
Abhijan Sporting Club room number 1.
This is Rajarhat New Town.
Yes, it's Rajarhat. Room number 1 and room number 2. Fresh polls were conducted in a few of the constituencies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibly. You see a report from the Panchayat returning officer to the district Panchayat election officer. It's 8th of July 2023. Prior to those dark pages.
Yes, I've seen.
No, prior to those pages. Prior to the dark pages. Even before that, parawise statement of facts.
Yes, I've seen that.
Just after the parawise statement, you get that. So with which constituency or which booth are you concerned with right now?
There are several. I have mentioned that three Gram Panchayat and 1 Jila Parishad. Several booths that I have mentioned. If you takes up 1 page, at least 101.
And the box that is appearing in the report, Are any of the booths that you complain of mentioned over here?
Lad, these are the repolled conducted.
Repoll, yes,
Lad, so far my complaints, lad, they have not considered.
no.
Whatever complaints were received, your lordship, recall has been done and it is in a tabular form, it is mentioned. And lordship has already seen that.
At page
Um,
65, but I have given, so far Jila Parishad is concerned, I have given the
Yes.
chart, page 65 of my writ petition,
Yes, I have seen that. It runs to page 66
up to 67.
until 67.
Yes, then page
In none
68.
of these booths, repoll was conducted.
But rather,
Changla,
my
Hatia.
case was that there is a letter that your lordship has recorded in the first order that at page 72, the ruling party has given a list
All right,
in respect of all districts.
all right.
In fact, lad, all over West Bengal, lad, they have to file a report. This state has to file a commission. That most of the report is based on this. That's why last order, your lordship records that the discrimination was done at the instance of the file has to report to the regard also.
Very well, I get it. Now, tell me, the commission has prepared this report that nothing happened. The petitioner submits that the CCTV footages were there. So, prior to taking a decision where the CCTV footage is viewed, possibly not. So, how could they come to a conclusion that there is no requirement of a repoll if there is a complaint lodged? Not is, but there are several complaints lodged.
Your
Booth
Lordship-
capturing, snatching.
Petitions filed by notice, Congress and many more where there was repolling have been done and everything has been done. So in these matters, I'm not defending this act of the election commission that this is a very brave act of not viewing the CCTV. Definitely they should have. But your lordship, where there is no necessity, where the commission does not feel that any complaint is there or anything is there, unnecessary.
But then where from does this substantive feeling come that there is no requirement of looking into the
The presiding officer's diaries are annexed. Where is lordship? Kindly, I have annexed the presiding officer's diary also. Where is there any submission, any allegation to substantiate that something wrong is going on?
the presiding officer did not have the courage to take note of the allegations that have been made?
Lordship, though this might not be of huge relevance, but is until unless I listen to the presiding officer or I call him for hearing or anything.
Did you do that?
No,
Possibly you didn't.
No,
Because you have seen matters where presiding officer coming and saying that we have done it under compulsion.
and in that case, your lordship, presiding officer to be made a party, file an affidavit, and after that, whatever has been happening in all the matters.
It is let
And Malad, there is another matter I find from my record, Malad, that is WPA 16675. Malad, Shushmita Dotto, that is also of the same Gram Panchayat. And I am not having the brief right now, but this Porimal Chandra mystery, there's some representation of mysteries also annexed there. So it might be the same cause of action. Both may be taken up together.
Where is that matter?
16675, Malad. We
Where
have filed an affidavit, but Malad,
নিউ টাউনের
হ্যাঁ।
যেটা স্যার একটা করছে
তুমি করছিলে সেটা জানি। তুমি তো একই
Please
মাত্র
come.
অনেকগুলো ফাইল করো তো তোমার খেয়াল থাকবে না।
না স্যার ছিল না সায়ন্তি করছিল
সুস্মিতা দত্ত।
আমাদের না সায়ন্তি করছিল
না লোকটা কমন কিনা দেখতে হবে পরিমল চন্দ্র মিস্ত্রি because my lord there are two persons Porimal Chandra Mistry and Saptarshi Dev whose representations have been used in many writ petitions. So my lord the allegations are coterminous with each other, but this I find because I remember the name of this Gram
Same
Panchayat,
area.
Jangada
Yes, sir.
Hatiara Gram Panchayat. I remember the name, so my lord I found out because I have it in my records, videos, report, etc. But that is in
I can recall
16675
that
Sushmita
Mr.
Dotto.
Bhattacharya is appearing in that matter possibly
But that is not important. What is important whether petitioner number 4 is common in both
no,
or
no,
not.
not common. He is the Jila Parishad
Petitioner
candidate.
number 4.
Yes, he is not Gram Panchayat, he is Jila Parishad. His representations and another person of Saptarshi Dev,
Porimal Chandra Mistry.
it has been used everywhere in
Alright.
this area.
Because he was
So
the
these
Jila Parishad
candidates, my lord, what I'm trying to
Are
neither
they candidate?
candidate. Yes, yes.
this is Jila
are
Parishad candidate.
candidates.
So one person complained that this is happening, and everyone used that representative saying that this has happened in my booth also. So both has to be seen together.
No, it has to be looked into that whether any complaint is at all required.
No, no,
Because the obligation of the officers and the
তুমি
commission.
তো পুলিশকে পার্টি করো নি।
Peruse the report
State party করে
filed by the Deputy Secretary, West Bengal State Election Commission, signed on 19th
দাদা
of
একবার
March
দেখার সময় পায় না।
2024. Stop.
যাও।
The complaint
একটাই
of the
লোক,
petitioner is
একটাই
that
তো মামলা করার লোক, বাকি তো সব ইলেকশন করতে চলে গেছে।
of booth capturing, rigging, violence, snatching of documents,
দাদা ডাইরেক্ট মেয়র
kidnapping on the date of the poll and on the date of counting.
Ah.
Stop. Next. The Election Commission has opined that
93 যেমন জ্যোতি বসু
no
বলেছেন,
such
পড়াশোনা না
incident was reported either by the presiding officer or by the observer or by any other authority. Stop. Next. There is, however, no mention in the report as to whether the CCTV footages on the day of the poll or on the day of the counting were viewed prior to taking a decision that there was no requirement of a repoll to be conducted. Stop. Next. The presiding officer's diary has been annexed to the report. Stop. Next.
একটা কপি
On a perusal of the writ petition, it appears that neither the presiding officer nor the observer has been made party in the instant writ petition. Stop. Next. Leave is granted to the advocate on record of the petitioners to implead the presiding officer and the observer as party respondents in the instant writ petition and serve copy of the writ petition upon the added respondents. Stop. The details of the presiding officer and the observer shall be provided by the learned advocate who are representing the commission and the state respondents. Stop. Next. The added respondents are directed to file affidavit dealing with the allegations made by the petitioners in the instant writ petition and particularly the allegation of kidnapping, snatching of documents, booth rigging, violence, the violence, etc. on the date of the poll and date of counting. Then the counting officer is also required to be made a party.
Affidavit of the presiding officer possibly is not required. It is the subdivisional officer so far Jila Parishad is concerned, and when the BDO so far the Panchayat is concerned, is their report is enough.
They have already
I
filed a
have to
report.
I have to implement each and every officer who are posted on in the particular booth.
Because the presiding officer is the person who,
File the report to the returning officer.
yes, and at the same time, he is actually responsible for the ballot papers to be issued to you, to be put in the ballot boxes and everything. Now, if any incident takes place, he can come up with a report. Now,
And
whether,
he has filed a report, he cannot improve that. He has filed a report to the BDO. He
yes,
cannot improve that report. Rather, the BDO is the authority who is to verify whether that report is correct or not, comparing, viewing the CCTV footage and video footage.
in many of the cases, I have seen that despite the report filed in the format that is over there, the presiding officer's diary, the affidavit speaks of something else.
As you will please, because number of presiding officer must be many.
ও তো একটাই দিয়েছে অভিযান
Because 3 Gram Panchayat and Zilla Parishad.
How do you ascertain in that case? You have to view the CCTV footages.
No, that is, I was,
See, the
in that-
video is saying nothing happened.
but if
The presiding officer's report says nothing
if
happened.
video says on affidavit that he did not view the video before the decision was taken, then entire election needs
No,
to-
no, that apart, initially whatever is mentioned over here, nothing can be said with regard to the allegations that you have made. If that be so, and if the presiding officer's diary and the affidavit is
Let
in
the
the
BDO
same
file a
queue,
report. Let the BDO file an affidavit and the subdivisional officer what steps they have taken specifically in respect of each complaint made by the any either elector or even the party contesting candidate of all parties.
ইচ কমপ্লেন মিনস দ্যাট সপ্তর্ষি দেব and পরিমল চন্দ্র মিস্ত্রি
I said electors, candidates of
no,
each.
where you have annexed only this
I have
mystery.
I have any complaints of the candidates.
Candidates' complaint are also there. You read out.
Porimol Mistry is
বলো
himself is
কোথায়
the
আছে,
Candidate.
কোথায় আছে, বলো বলো
So apart from Mistry, is there anybody else's candidate over here? Complaint over here? In that case, we can delete the presiding officers and the observers because going into that terrain will be difficult because there will be disputed
I can-
questions of
I-
facts and all these things are going to come in.
court cannot
Which
look.
cannot be,
Court cannot decide that.
this, the court cannot
Court has to
look into all these things.
They have to. There is a direction of division bench that CCTV has to be installed. The object was very clear.
Yes, that is all right.
Only that part. Only that part. Court cannot go into the
In
disputed
that
question
case,
of fact.
the presiding officers can be,
Let them file an affidavit saying that these are the complaints they have received on the day of poll and they have dealt with this accordingly in terms of 667. That's
আচ্ছা,
all.
যেখানে প্রিসাইডিং অফিসারের কে পার্টি করতে বললাম ওইখান থেকে বাদ দিয়ে দিন। আপনি লিখুন যে হিয়ার দ্য রেসপন্ডেন্ট নাম্বারস 4 and 5, the assistant panchayat returning officers, Jila Parishad 36 and the
Yes.
Jangra Hatiara 2 Gram Panchayat. Acha. The respondent numbers 4 and 5 are directed to file an affidavit, separate affidavits disclosing the steps taken by them on receipt of the complaints of violence,
on the day of poll and count.
violence, booth capturing, rigging, snatching of documents, kidnapping on the day of the poll and on the day of counting. Stop. The aforesaid officers shall clearly indicate as to whether the CCTV footages were viewed to ascertain the genuinity of the allegations made by the complainants. Let such affidavit be prepared and circulated by 12th of April. Fortnight's time has been given. List on 26th. Exception to the same may be filed in the meantime.
Well, it would be convenient if you just direct them to disclose all complaints along with the affidavit.
Complaints you have annexed already.
No, like, there are other complaints, but the electors also have right.
There may be so many. We will not open the. It will. We will not open the
There are three stations.
gates.
Everything has-
No.
Same thing will happen, man. But your lordship has just expressed your lordship concerns over the unauthorized construction is concerned,
Dig out from our records what complaints he has made.
because it is your duty
Provide you evidence.
to ensure election.